Welcome to another episode of Joan Deserves a Musical, where I talk about my efforts to turn the life of Joan of Arc into an animated, family-friendly musical. And today is story time, where I get to talk more about how this project has been unfolding. I mentioned in my last episode that I was going to be traveling and that I was going to be meeting up with my songwriter, Amanda, in person for the first time. I also mentioned that my plane was delayed. Delays continued, delayed again and again. It looked for a tense moment like I was going to miss the window as I was sitting on the tarmac in Boston Airport for 3 hours waiting for a thunderstorm to blow over. I was texting back and forth with Amanda, telling her, there's no way I was going to catch my connection in Denver. I didn't know when I would make it to Portland. And the last thing I heard from her was, maybe this isn't going to work. Which did not make me feel great. But get to Denver, spend the night in the airport with my wife and 4 kids. Bleh. But eventually, by way of San Jose and Sacramento and I don't know how many other places, made it to Portland. And Amanda was there. And interestingly, I think we ended up having more time together because she was able to push her flights back and spend a weekend. And we got to do a little performance for a small group of friends and family. All 7 songs are now done, and it's great. Sorry, baby woke up. This is Grace, and she's still a little sleepy. I don't know if she'll say anything or not, but she's here with me now. Anyway, I was super excited to meet up with Amanda, to workshop some things, to hear all the songs, to do a little performance. And we did all those things, and that was great. But by far the most valuable thing for this project that came out of this trip to the Pacific Northwest was during the long car drives from Portland to the state park where we stayed in Washington, as my wife read through the script and just gave me her feedback in real time. And I was really hoping to come out of my meeting with Amanda with comments on every page of the scripts I had printed out, and I did not. But I did come out of the car rides with my wife with comments on every page of the script I had printed out. And that was a lot of feedback for me to work through, and I've been working it in. I've had a couple of weeks, and I now have what I think is a fully polished, super tight 85-page draft of this thing, and I'm so excited to start pitching it. So next step is hopefully pitching it to an animation studio. I have a connection, an executive producer at an animation studio in Canada. We are planning to take a trip up there, a long weekend in August, and he has expressed an openness to meeting up for lunch. So I'm hoping I can make our schedules align and make that happen. And if I can, then this will get to the big time of movie production, where I have to actually pitch to a studio and convince them to spend perhaps millions of dollars on this. One other thing I will mention, I have told you a couple times in a couple episodes that this same contact, the same executive producer, told me that when big animation studios like Disney and DreamWorks budget out their films, their starting point is $1 million per finished minute. So 90-minute film, we're going to assume it's going to be at least $90 million to make. Another thing I learned about during my trip is Cartoon Saloon. They did Wolfwalkers and Secret of Kells and a few movies like this that I haven't seen yet, but I'm now very interested in seeing. And the thing is, they do great, beautiful 2D animation on super tight budgets. $1 million, sometimes sub-$1 million, full-length animated movies, which is interesting to me. How is that done? I wanna learn their secrets. So more things to investigate there. But this thing now exists. Story and songs all done, fully integrated. Next step is to find it a home, someone who will bring it to life.